Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to guide you how to create your very own content. Are you ready? Let's get started. If you never heard of private label rights content, there are products that can be purchased and used or resold under the brand of the original purchaser. Generally, in internet marketing, the term PLR is usually invoked in a reference to intellectual property. Products such as ebooks, reports, articles, or some other form of written content, audio content, or video content can be PLR products. There are people out there who are specialized in doing certain tasks that are way better you could probably do. If creating contents is not your forte, you can choose to outsource the work by hiring freelance writers to write it for you. Now, the big question is where to find freelance writers. I highly recommend you to check out Fiverr. Fiverr is a marketplace where people can offer their services from writing to designing starting at a cost of $5. Even though the charges may vary from seller to seller, you just need to look for the one with good reviews and reasonable price. If you need a team to get a project done, check out Upwork. In Upwork, freelancers charge their payment per hour or per project. For hourly projects, the freelancer bills you once a week, and Upwork will send a secure payment to your freelancer. For fixed price projects, Upwork will release funds to your freelancer after you meet your preset milestones. Besides outsourcing tasks and projects to freelancers, another method you could do is repurpose a product by combining different PLR products into one. All you need to do is to make some major changes with the content through editing and paraphrasing to suit your product and give it a suitable title. Check out JVZoo or ClickBank for PLR products. Through these sites, you can easily access various PLR products that could suit your niche. Now that we have come to the end of this video tutorial, thank you so much for watching and good luck with coming up good quality content. Hello there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to have a domain and hosting it on HostGator. All this can be done by just following a few simple steps. So, let's get started, shall we? On top of the page, enter your domain name and click on Register button. Now, if the domain name is available, you are also given the choice to register a domain with the new TLDs. Once you have decided on your domain name, click on Add to Cart button, which is next to the domain which you want to register. Then, click on View Cart button. On this page, you can see that the domain privacy protection has been selected. You can unselect the checkbox since domain privacy protection is not essential. Now, you can see that the total charges for domain registrations reduced to $12.95. Next, accept the terms of service and click on Complete Order button. Key in your login details and click on Login button. Provide the payment details and your domain will be registered. The browser and make sure that your new domain is working properly. Thanks for watching. Alright, so you have already installed OptimizePress 2.0. Well done. Before you set up, I'm going to show you some of the basic settings and configurations that you can do on your OptimizePress theme before you start. What you do is go to OptimizePress and go to the dashboard. So now you notice that there are options and I'm going to go through them one by one. The first is header and logo setup. Now, if there's any logo that you'd like to add, you can click Select File. You can add your header and logo right here anytime you want. Alternatively, you can also upload a banner image, but that is totally up to you. The next thing I'm going to look at is the favicon setup. This is for you to have a custom icon that you can upload into your pages to make it appear into your browser. Next is site footer. Now, the default footer will appear as a copyright statement. So, here, I recommend you change the name to the name of your website. If you like it to be timeless, I would recommend deleting the year and replacing it the copyright symbol. Next is SEO options. For this, you can turn this on or off. It is totally up to you. Next up, we have the Live Editor Autosave. I recommend turning this off because the more you edit your page, the more space it will take in your server. Next is the promotion settings. With this thing turned on, Optimized Press will sneak in their own address onto your pages. You do not want this, so I recommend you turn this off, unless you have a very special reason to do such a thing. Next up, I think we can skip custom CSS and go straight to typography. If you want to have a customized look of the text of your pages, you can change the fonts, sizes, and color here. It is worth mentioning that if you want to make your text stand out, you can change the size of the text on the Theme Text tab here. You can also do the same for H1, H2, and H3. Further down, I think you can ignore the other settings here, unless you're an advanced user and you know programming. But most of the time, you don't need to change any of these settings. So, let's click Save Settings, and then Success, your settings have been updated. That message will appear here. Moving along, you can check with analytics and tracking, but this is more for advanced users. So, I have set up multiple optimized press pages and have not used any of these settings at all. So, I will leave this for the more curious to discover. So there you have it, these are the settings you need to configure before you start building pages. Next, I'm going to show you how to create a new page on Optimized Press. So to get started on Optimized Press, click on Create New Page. Then, you will see that there's a list and a variety of templates you can choose from. There are many options that you can use, such as opt-in landing pages, thank you pages, sales pages, webinar pages, membership pages, and a lot more. So, for most cases, I really recommend that you use an existing template so that you can easily modify your pages and learn how Optimized Press actually works as a drag-and-drop solution to build mobile responsive pages. So, for example, I would like to create a landing page. So, it kind of makes sense for me to choose a landing page template. So, I'm going to pick my favorite here. So, let's say I'm going to use this template here to build out landing page. Click on the green button, use this template. Then, you will be prompted to name your page. This is also the same name that will appear at the top of your browser. So, let's call it the test page. If you notice, the page URL permalink will be automatically generated. However, you can choose to rename it to something else accordingly. So that decided it, let's click on Create Page. And excellent, the page has already been generated for you. You can see that this is pretty much drag and drop, and you can click and hold on the move button to move the rows around. However, before you continue, what you want to do is click on Save and Close. Then go to Pages, All Pages, and you'll notice that the page is still in draft mode. This is to say that this page is now viewable in the internet by anyone else other than you. So, to make sure the page video is visible, what you do is click on Quick Edit, select Status, click on Publish, then click Update. You will notice that this page is now viewable on the internet. Next, there are 4 settings I want to touch on briefly, which is layout settings, color scheme settings, typography settings, and page settings. The first setting is the layout settings. So there are a few options you can look at here. The first is the page thumbnail. This allows you to add a page thumbnail. You can upload your own or select from the gallery. Optimized Press has a selection of a few thumbnails, but I'm going to just select one here. And this will be set as your page thumbnail. Next, you can go to header settings where you can select your header styles. For example, this style which has a logo and also links alongside it. There is also a banner with navigation below it. This is the select menu for the navigation bar, which you can use, and also the navigation font. There are options for the fonts you want to use. I will leave this as it is. The next setting I want to take a look at is the feature title. However, for most of us, we wouldn't need a feature title, so I'll leave it at that. The footer area is also optional. You can turn this on or off. In my case, I'll turn this off. You can also select the footer navigation here. Here is the navigation font style. Enable this option off if you want an extra large footer, and if you want to put a disclaimer, you can put it here. If you are satisfied with the layout settings here, you can click Update Settings straight away. This page will refresh. Next up, I'm going to go to the color scheme settings. It has only one option, which is page color settings. There are 6 options here, but I'm going to focus on overall page color options. Here, you can upload a repeating background image and you can select a file here and also choose a background color for your page. This is the setting for your page hyperlink color. Every hyperlink on your page will have this color if you set it here. This is the normal color and this is the hover color. So let's say you want to change your hyperlink to a different color and the hover color to something else, you can do so here. If you are satisfied with the page color options, you can click update. So if you notice, the link color that I have just set now reflects here. And if you hover over the link, you can see the color changing. Next is the typography settings. This is where all the font styles of your page will be dictated. Now, the three main fonts that I want to focus here are theme text, paragraph styles, and H1 and H2 heading styles. For others, unless you are building a very complex page, you wouldn't need to set them. One word of advice is you would want to streamline your page with only one or two font styles. This is because your page will look unattractive if you cram too much font styles in them. The fourth setting I want to go into is actually the page settings. There are 4 options here, and here is other scripts. Unless you're an advanced optimized press user, you will want to skip on this. Okay, now the 4 settings have been logged into, so there you have it. That is how you set layout, color scheme, typography, and page settings on Optimized Press 2.0. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to create and add new rows and elements on Optimized Press. What you are seeing here is a new page. So what you do is click on the Launch Now button under Live Editor and a new window will open. What I'll focus on is this Add New Row button. So go ahead and click it, a window will pop up. As you can see, there are a variety of row styles you can choose from, such as simple layouts, complex layouts, and feature areas. So I'm going to focus on the simple layout, specifically the 1-column row. So highlight it and click on the button Insert into Page. Alright, so here's our new row placed on the page. There are 6 option buttons on each row. Next is adding elements into your page. What you do is click the Add Element button here and a window will pop up. You can add many elements into your page such as images, text, videos, buttons, and many more. For this purpose, I'm going to add an image. I'll go ahead and type image here and choose the third option. In step 2, there are many image options you can choose from, but I'm going to choose the first one. Now we reach step 3. Here, there are also options to add an image, a large image, the custom width option, the image width, the caption, the link URL, the option to open a link in a new window, the image alignment, and the margins of the image. Alright, what I'm going to do is click Select File under Image. There are also options here, from computer, then drag and drop option, from URL where you can copy and paste the URL link of images here, and also from your own media library on Optimized Press. Go back to From Computer, click Select Files and choose an image as I do here, and click Open. It's loaded now. So here you can see the image and details. The title here which you can change, the alternate text, caption, description, the link URL of the image. I'm not going to touch all this and go ahead and click Insert into Post. It's now displayed here. So I'm going to scroll right down and click on Insert. And there you have it. You have successfully added a new row and element to your page. Hello. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up an autoresponder in Aweber. Let's get started, shall we? Once you have your account all set up and logged in, this is how your home page is going to look like. Firstly, click on the list options up here on the top right corner. It will allow you to create a list of people that are actually going to receive your autoresponder sequence. Besides that, you can rename the list and provide a short description about your list. Next, fill in your name, email address, and your contact address. Make sure all the details are accurate. If you want to receive notifications every time someone signs up, you can fill in your name and email. Once you're done, click on Save Settings. Moving on to personalize your list. This feature allows you to brand your emails depending on your preference. You can make the adjustments with the editor once you start writing your emails. If you want these brands to be automatically added to your emails, you can add your company name, the website URL, and a little email signature that will be included on every email. Next, under social media sharing, if you would like to tweet or post on Facebook, you can send out a broadcast. Under global text snippets is an advanced feature where you can key in a few texts in order to easily update multiple messages at once in your list. If you are just going to use a basic autoresponder sequence with helpful information, you don't have to use this feature. Once you're done, click on Save Settings. Next up is Confirm Opt-in. This is the message people will receive once they opt into your list. You can modify this into your own customized message as you wish. For the template, you can stick with Aweber's default template. If you want a success page to send people to after they confirm subscribing into your list, you can put the URL here. This option is entirely up to you. Once you're done, click on Save Settings. Next, hover over to Messages up in the top tab and click on Legacy Follow-up Series. Click on the Create Your First Follow-up. You will be taken to the Aweber message editor, which is the most important part of the editor. At the top, we have the subject line of the emails that your subscribers will receive, and you will need to come up with your own headline. For the first email that people will receive upon opt-in, you want to put a persuasive headline that gets people interest, such as, "Here's your free report," or "Here are your free tips." Below the subject line is the actual body of your email, and by default, Aweber gives you an email template. This is the part where you write your email. This platform is easy to use as the feature is similar to word processor. So, once you're done writing your email, hover over to the bottom right corner of the page and click on Save and Exit. You can repeat the same step in writing your follow-up emails, where you can set the intervals of how many days the email should be sent after the first one, and so on. So, that is all there is to setting up an autoresponder within Aweber. Thanks for watching this video.
Hi there. How would you like to create your very own sales video with Video Maker FX? In this video tutorial, let's start with how to add slides in Video Maker FX. First, you will need to launch Video Maker FX by log in with the same username and password you used to log in. Next, create a new project and then name your project name. Click on Add Slides button. You can see a sample of the different type of slide themes available. As you can see, I am selecting the character Slide 1 theme. So, once you select a slide theme, click on Add Slide, it gets added to your video timeline. Here is how the character Slide 1 theme looks. Next, click on Audio Settings present on the top, which brings you the necessary controls required. It will pop out an audio settings window. There are two different tracks, one is music and another is voiceover. Make sure to enable music track and voice track so you can edit the setting. You can add the default tracks provided into music track. There are varieties of music in the folder. You can choose whatever song you like and press play button to listen. You can adjust the audio volume, or you can add your own voiceover to the videos. After you choose, press Apply button. Go to Preview Project and preview it. After you add the slide into your video timeline, you need to click on the slide that you want to edit the animation. So, I'm going to choose slide 1 to edit the animation. Once you selected the slide you want, just go to the right panel and select the animation button just to the right of the shape button. Animation 1 is the animated background effect. Just a few clicks, you can have an animated background effect applied in your slide instantly. And animation 2 is called to action arrows. You can choose the arrows you like to apply in your slide as well. Now that you have added audios into your video, let's start rendering the video. Once everything is properly aligned, click on Export Project to create the output of your project slides. There are lots of video sizes here. I'm going to choose the maximum size, which is 720 HD format. You can select the quality according to your requirement. But I recommend choosing very good or excellent instead of rendering perfect quality video, because it could potentially cause Video Maker FX to crash or hang. Save into the location you want and name your project name. The final video will be created in MP4 format. Click on Start Video Export to export your video. And that's it. You have successfully created your sales video.
Hi, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to install and set up WordPress. The first thing you want to do is go to wordpress.org/download and then download the latest version of WordPress, which is in a zip file. Once your download is complete, you need to right-click and extract the content of the zip file into your computer. After that, what you need to do is open your FTP program and make sure you have logged in. If your account is new, you won't see anything inside here. But what I'm showing you right now is an existing account with WordPress in it already. Assuming there's nothing inside, you want to select the entire content here and just drag it in. Once the content is uploaded, content of your hosting account should look something like this. But I'm not going to upload everything here yet, because it will take some time depending on your internet connection. However, we are still not done yet. The next thing you need to do is go to the control panel of your hosting account to create a database. So, once you have logged into your hosting account, go to the control panel, look for database and MySQL databases. Click on it. I suggest you set this up while your file is being uploaded to your hosting account. Eventually, you will land on a page look like this. Again, I'm taking you through an account that is already existed. But for the purpose of demonstration, I am just going to create a test database right now. So, I'm just going to call this as test and click create database. And once it is done, click go back. Next, what you need to do is scroll down and add a new user. I am just going to call it test again. I am going to make a password right now. Then click create user, and once it is done, click go back. Please take note of the database username and password. These details are very important in the while. The next thing that you need to do is add a user to the database. Make sure that the user corresponds with the right database if you have more than one user. Next, click add. And then on this page, click all privileges, click make changes, and you are done. Please take note of your database's name and username, because the next thing you need to do is go back to the file you are going to upload and look for this file in particular, wp-config-sample. Rename into wp-config. So just remove the -sample. Now, I suggest you to open this in either your notepad or your favorite HTML editor. In this case, I am using Dreamweaver. You want to see the codes here. Personally, I advise you to use a HTML editor so you can easily see the codes. Now, you don't have to worry about everything here. Just focus on these three particular fields: the database name here, username here, and password here. We want to change the database name by copying this and paste it at here. Now, this is my example of course. For a hosting account, the name is going to be different, so that is fine. My SQL database username, I'm going to use this one, since it is the same example. For the password, I am going to type in the password that I have used just now, which is test1234. Of course, for security reason, I would suggest you to come up with a more complex password that isn't easy to guess or hack. Now, leave all the details intact. Save it and be sure to upload this to your hosting account by dragging this file into your FTP. I am not going to do this because, as I said, this is an existing account with WordPress on it. Now, if you do this right, the next thing you need to do is go to your website at /wp-admin/install.php. If you have done all this correctly, you will arrive at this page, which tells you the process is about to begin. You can type in your site title, your username, and password of your choice, your email, and an optional privacy setting. If you are not sure what to do with this, you can leave it as it is. Next, click on Install WordPress. Finally, you are done. Your details will be forwarded to the email you have just keyed in. Now, are you ready to set up WordPress? You can get the whole setup easily done in just a few minutes, even though it is done in a manual way. Thanks for watching. Hello, in this video, I will lead you through the techniques of getting traffic with solo ads. Without further ado, let's get started. Buying solo ads with the other vendors is the fastest and most effective way to generate traffic to your site. Additionally, the calculation of how much you spend depends on how many traffic the vendors send to your page by pay-per-click. Meaning that solo ads are inexpensive and they are a great way to go for people who are just starting out and wants to rapidly build their list. With the help of solo ads, getting thousands or more clicks with super high conversions in a short time is definitely achievable. If you have the cash, solo ads are the first thing you ought to buy. Moving on to crafting your solo ad emails. A profitable solo ad is the one that is targeted to a particular audience and gets individuals to read it. All the while it produces excitement in the reader and instills a need to take action. So, how do you do that? First, solo ad success begins with the very first thing a reader sees, which is your headline. Headlines such as, "Great, new chance for thousands a month," simply isn't going to work. It's blatantly an ad. You can refer to the slide for the example of a good headline. Solo ads are to return a lead and you shouldn't do any hard sell. Make your ad to instill an emotional desire to approach your prospect. Think in the terms of prospects and not sales. Furthermore, solo ads ought to take on the same form as an article. What I mean by that is to keep it brief, concise, and clear. Do not misguide or use any shady word tricks. Sprinkle some good and usable information in the body of the ad to level up the quality. Also, there has to be a clear-cut sense of urgency. It has to read from start to finish like you are in a race. Speed and urgency are crucial. If you write it in a flow that doesn't pause, no gaps or chance to think, you are producing a sense of urgency. This is to urge readers' feeling to accomplish something by the time they reach the end of the ad. Once you have developed the urge, next up, you have to have a call to action. A true call to action makes the reader wish to do something. It's the climax of the entire ad. A call to action takes everything you have done with the ad, acts upon the emotions that have been ignited, and leave them no other choice but to click here now. If you're looking to buy solo ads, you will notice almost everybody uses the term guaranteed clicks, but how effective they can be. Most of the time, solo ad vendors won't utilize your swipe at all. What they did, on the other hand, is that they send a really generic email like, "Hey, here is something interesting for you. Click the link below." So, what happened is, your link gets added into a link rotator software with a bunch of other marketers' links so they may sell more solo ads altogether. By the end of the day, you'll get traffic, but it is not targeted to your niche at all. What you can do to prevent yourself from getting into these situations above is ask questions. Ask the vendor you are purchasing the solo ad from, what list he or she sends your ad to, and then go subscribe to it. In this manner, you are able to see if your email message has been altered and to what degree. Also, you need to ask them if they are going to utilize the email swipe you have supplied, or if they are going to alter it at all. If the individual you are purchasing the solo ad from doesn't want to provide you any information, I say it is better to move on and don't purchase from them. Last but not least, I'd like to help you discover those truly red-hot solo ad suppliers. There are several sites you can go to for solo ad sellers who fit your standards and budget. Go to warriorforum.com, search for people looking to sell solo ads. Click on their posts and read what sort of feedbacks or comments they have as well as their terms and information. However, you need to have an account to submit a post. Next, you can also go to Safe Swaps. This website is well known for assisting with ad swaps in a safe, controlled environment that makes life a whole lot easier for everybody involved. It's a dynamite place to get your very own high quality solo ads at fair prices. But take note on this, you will have to register a paid account to answer or place a post. Here's the end of the tutorial. I'm really glad to have you with me. Thank you so much for your attention in this tutorial, and I'm sure you can be successful in generating your traffic with solo ads. Hello and welcome. In this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do a sales funnel. Ready? Let's go. If you have been around the internet marketing for any period of time, then you will have undoubtedly come across a lot of sales funnels. A sales funnel is a series of offers that are presented to the prospect or customer and tend to increase in both price and value. A typical sales funnels work like this. A front end is a free product to capture people's interest, but in order to redeem the product, prospect will have to sign up and give their email addresses. And then they will be added into a database of prospects whereby other related offers will be sent to their inbox. After signing up for the free product, they will receive another low price offer. We call it an upsell. If they purchase this low price offer, they will be offered with a similar product but at a higher price. The concept behind it is that as people go through the sales funnel, they become more and more engaged, eventually spending money on various products. If you are setting up a sales funnel for the first time, it can be overwhelming to decode all the information out there. But no worries, we will go through the entire process one step at a time. First up, let's talk about the squeeze page. A squeeze page is also known as an opt-in page, a landing page, or a lead generation page. However, the main purpose of this page is to turn your visitors into subscribers. In order to build a squeeze page that converts, there are three things. Firstly, you need to determine your target audience. It is very important for you to know where your market is heading. Start with a general subject, and then narrow down to your niche. Once you have narrowed down your niche, your conversion rate will improve significantly. Secondly, describe your main selling points in bullet point form as they are easier to read for your readers. Lastly, include a call to action in your squeeze page too. It creates a sense of urgency that could push people to take action. For example, click here now to get your exclusive offer, or grab this early bird promotion before it's gone. Next up is doing giveaways or freebies to get people to opt into your list. With freebies, you are providing an irresistible offer for your prospects which will increase your subscribers opt-in rate at the same time. For a giveaway or freebies, ebooks are great at delivering value. The best way to give away a free ebook is to provide a snippet of an ebook or part 1 in a series. This can be a great starter to get their desire to make a purchase. Besides ebooks, free reports are great giveaway items because they have a clear value proposition and they don't undermine your attempts at selling ebooks later on. Finally, we have come to the last module, the upsells. Basically, it is an additional offer at a higher price, which includes the product you just sold or you are about to sell. For example, burgers and fries often go hand in hand. If you're not going to order a combo meal with fries and a drink, the cashier will suggest to you to order a combo meal. This sales technique is pretty much the same as doing upsells to attract customers to make purchase, and it is a great way to make more profitable sales. Here's the end of the module, and I hope it is helpful to you. Thank you for watching and best of luck to you in building your sales funnel.
Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate on how to create your very own cover using Cover Genie Pro. Without further ado, let's get started. First and foremost, log into your Cover Genie Pro account. On your dashboard, click on Create New Project. And then, you'll get to choose whether to start a blank template or design template. In this case, I'm going to choose the design template. As you can see, in this page, you get to choose which type of cover that you desire. You can choose from box covers to realistic mock-ups. I will go with book cover as an example. Select your preferred cover type and then click on Next Step to continue further. Next, choose your preferred design for your cover. You can navigate from page to page to check out the design. Pick the one that suits your product the most and then go to the next step. On this page, enter your project title and you can start editing your cover. First, click on the text button on the left-hand side to edit and insert the text of your choice. You can type in or omit the original text from the template. If you are not satisfied with the cover images, you can search for better stock photos to put in. Go ahead and click on the image button just below the text on your left-hand side to do your editing. A pop-up box will appear on the right side of the page. This is where you can choose your image option, whether to upload a new file or choose new image from your media library. Next, let's move on to the background color. If the original background is not appealing, you can change it to match your preference. With Cover Genie Pro, you can change the color and the background to images to suit your choice. All you need to do is just select, drag and drop. It is just that simple. Furthermore, you will notice that there is an Elements button down below the background. You can choose to insert various types of clip arts from people to web. Besides that, Cover Genie Pro provides you the opportunity to reach out a wide diversity into your market. After you have done all your editing, click on the Export button to preview your cover. From here, you can choose to download your cover to your computer in PNG format or just simply click on Save and Close to go back to your dashboard. Once you have clicked Save and Close the button, your cover will appear on the dashboard together with your project title. And there you have it. Now you can start creating your very own cover with Cover Genie Pro with ease. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to this video course. How would you like to know which offers and promotions are the best one to purchase? Let me show you how to determine it. Let's get started, shall we? There are several criteria to take note of when it comes to picking offers and promotions, which are the quality of the product, the level of market demand, and also the persuasiveness of the sales copy. Firstly, is the quality of the product. The contents of the product must be in-depth and should provide real value in terms of how viable is the information, interesting and helpful for the buyers. Besides, an inferior product or service could undo all of your hard work. Check what they are offering to make and that it delivers what is promised. Also, you need to take note of the market demand. On-demand products will undoubtedly sell better. A product that has a low demand in the market could mean that the product is catered to a very niche market or the product is relatively new to the market. What you should pick are products that are highly sought out in the marketplace. Last but not least, how persuasive the sales copy is written can reflect the quality of the product or service. If the sales letter does not compel you to consider purchasing the product, the result will be the same towards getting people that is similar to your niche to even consider buying the product. Besides determining if the offers or the promotion is worth getting, always look for reputable sellers. It is that easy to pick the suitable offers and promotions. If the offer feels right to you, it is the right pick for you. Thank you so much for watching and good luck hunting out for your market.